The tension between Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis had been simmering long before either man ever stepped inside the ring. From the very first whispers of a potential matchup, it seemed almost impossible. On one side stood Jake Paul, a YouTube sensation turned professional fighter, towering at 227 pounds, whose rise in boxing had been propelled as much by viral headlines and social media feuds as by actual skill. On the other side was Tank Davis, the 135-pound lightning bolt from Baltimore, Maryland, a lightweight champion with a near-perfect record, 7 knockouts, and a reputation for precision, speed, and brutal efficiency. The contrast was unmistakable. One a spectacle, a master hype, the other a predator whose silence spoke louder than words. From the outset, it was clear that this fight would be about far more than who could land the cleanest punch. It was a collision of worlds, a narrative almost too dramatic to believe. Regulators hesitated. The size difference alone seemed reckless. Jake Paul, a man built like a cruiserweight, facing a lightweight champion whose entire career was forged at 135 pounds. Logic argued against it. Yet boxing has never been ruled solely by logic. Hype, drama, and spectacle often carry more weight than rules, and nowhere was this more apparent than in Miami at the Casa Center. The venue had been transformed into a theater of chaos, anticipation, and high-stakes tension. The build-up was a blueprint. In modern fight promotion, Netflix turned the event into a cinematic spectacle, marketing it like a blockbuster that transcended sports. Millions tuned in not just to watch punches land, but to witness the story unfold. A tale fueled by audacity, rivalry, and relentless ambition. Jake Paul thrived on controversy, turning every insult into a marketing moment. He had dared call out legends like Canelo Alvarez, provoking laughter and disbelief. Disruption had become his strategy. Tank Davis, in contrast, needed no theatrics. His record alone demanded attention. Undefeated, a knockout machine, a man whose fists had long told his story while words remained unnecessary. Their feud had festered for years, ignited by online jabs and public taunts. Paul relished the provocateur role, mocking Davis's size, spinning every insult into viral gold. Tank, ever disciplined, responded with quiet menace. "I'm putting you in a body bag." That simple line made headlines and set the stage for one of the most anticipated mismatches in recent memory. Then came the reminder of Paul's controversial legitimacy. He had defeated former UFC champions, Woodley, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, and even toppled Mike Tyson, a legend long past his prime. Critics scoffed, dismissing the wins as gimmickry, yet each triumph only strengthened Paul's notoriety. He had perfected the art of converting doubt into opportunity. Tank, meanwhile, remained a silent storm, undefeated, lethal, and focused solely on victory inside the ring. Fight night arrived with the intensity of a global spectacle. The arena buzzed, charged with electricity. Tank Davis entered first, slow and deliberate, hoodie up, music thumping, a presence that chilled the air. He didn't smile. He didn't play for the crowd. He was there for one purpose: destruction. Jake Paul followed, transforming the stage into a carnival of pyrotechnics, dancers, and theatrics. Half the crowd roared, half jeered, and amid the lights and chaos, one truth lingered. This fight would either be miraculous or catastrophic. The bell rang. Round one exploded. Tank's jabs lashed out like a predator's claws, darting in and out with breathtaking speed. Jake swung with the raw power of a larger man, but precision eluded him. By the end of the round, Tank had already delivered a stark warning. Size meant nothing if you couldn't hit. Round two only reinforced the message. Tank slipped, weaved, and struck with surgical accuracy. Jake's movements, mechanical and heavy, could not match Tank's fluid rhythm. Every combination from Davis reminded the audience that a single lapse could end the night. Rounds 3 and 4 shifted the momentum. Jake leaned into his size, pressing Tank against the ropes, landing body shots that thudded through the arena like cannon fire. Tank absorbed the punishment, swaying just enough to betray the full force of each blow. The fight was becoming a chess match of power versus precision. Round 5 delivered controversy. Jake appeared to score a knockdown, sending Tank into the ropes. The referee ruled it a slip. The crowd erupted. Social media exploded, and the narrative shifted. Suddenly, Jake was no longer merely surviving. He was threatening. By round 6, the tension peaked. Clinches broke repeatedly as Jake tried to impose his size advantage, yet Tank retaliated with blistering flurries, snapping Jake's head back with lightning lefts that drew roars from the stunned crowd. Round 7 introduced blood, a split eyebrow over Jake's eye, crimson marking the escalating brutality. The decisive phase had begun. Round 8 saw relentless precision continue. Tank's punches landed clean and merciless. Jake absorbed them, the shock lying not in Tank's power, but in his own resilience. As the rounds continued, both fighters tested the limits of human endurance. By round 9, exhaustion was evident. Jake's punches slowed, breathing labored. Yet he stalked Tank relentlessly, like a heavyweight pursuing a lighter, faster opponent. Tank's speed remained sharp, but the punishment had dulled his power slightly. Each exchange became a contest of grit against force, of stamina against raw skill. The arena trembled with every impact. The fans roared with each exchange, living the fight as if it were their own. Round 10, the final round, arrived like the climax of an epic written in sweat and blood. Both men pushed beyond exhaustion, every swing a declaration of survival. Jake's face was swollen, blood smeared across his cheek. Yet he pressed on, every punch weighted with the intensity of the battle itself. No longer spectacle or showmanship. This was raw, unfiltered combat, a testament to courage, endurance, and human determination. The aftermath matched the drama inside the ring. From purist boxing fans to casual observers, social media erupted. Hashtags trended. Celebrities weighed in. Analysts debated endlessly. This fight had transcended sports, becoming a cultural moment that either revitalized boxing for a new generation or underscored the growing dominance of spectacle over skill. Perhaps it accomplished both. Yet history had been made. Jake Paul, the disruptor, had survived in a fight many believed impossible. Tank Davis, embodiment of precision and power, had delivered a masterclass of technique and resilience. The event blurred lines between entertainment and sport, challenging notions of legitimacy, clout, and legacy. Boxing had crossed a Rubicon. The game could no longer dismiss Jake Paul, nor ignore the magnetic draw of spectacle. November 14th in Miami was more than a fight. It was a story written in sweat, blood, and endurance. The clash of size and skill, hype and history, spectacle and discipline ensured the world watched, debated, and remembered. And now, as the dust settles, the question lingers. Who will have the courage or the recklessness to step into the ring next? Could Jake Paul continue to defy the odds, or has Tank Davis set the standard no outsider can surpass? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you were on the edge of your seat through every round, and subscribe to follow the next chapter of one of boxing's most extraordinary sagas.